And what did you play then? Well, the jazz standards, which is.
I did, yeah. I spent years trying to be a good jazz saxophone player, and it just was not in the stars. You know, thankfully, I'm very thankful now because I'm much happier doing what I do now. But yeah, I played lots of jazz standards and things.
And was it then after you decided to quit the heroin that you went traveling?
Yeah.
Immediately afterwards, or is there some time between?
No, it was a pretty immediate thing. It sort of made me realize that I'm being very candid with you, by the way. I don't usually discuss this stuff too much, but it made me realize that my entire adult life, from about the age of 12 on, I'd been high, you know, on something, and hadn't done a whole lot as far as traveling or really exploring the world. And when you stop doing drugs, suddenly you have more money, you know, and time. And I decided that I wanted to see the world and to see other cultures, and so that's what I did, you know.
What was the first place that you really thought, well, this is where I have to go?
India.
Why? Because
I think part of it was because I read that book, The Razor's Edge by Somerset Maugham, and oh, it's a great book if you can ever read it. But this character, Larry Darrell, in the book, goes to India and kind of changes his perspective on things. And so I saved up some money and went with my ex-girlfriend for 6 months.
Well, you say India, and well, you've traveled for many years.
Yeah.
What was the thing that traveling did to you? I mean, just the experience of traveling. Sometimes I can imagine if you make a trip or for half a year or something, then it's different when you spend many years of traveling. What did it to you?
Well, I think obviously one of the things was when you're exposed to other cultures, you begin to view your culture differently. That happened for me, you know. After coming back from India, I felt like I was able to see Los Angeles through different eyes, you know.
Which was? How did you perceive it back then?
It's a little bit difficult to explain. It's maybe like if you've ever tried meditating, you know, like after meditating for 10 or 15 minutes, when you open your eyes again, everything sort of looks different. It was kind of like that, just a different angle. And I think in my case, it made me appreciate that all people share similar hopes and fears and all of that, you know, no matter what the external cultural differences might be, you know. They all love their children and they're all afraid of, you know, catastrophes. And you know, part of it's, I think, for whatever reason, ever since I was a small boy, I've loved traveling. I used to get put on a plane to go visit my grandmother or my foster family, and in those days they would put a child on the plane by themselves and the stewardesses would take care of you, and I just loved the whole process. I still do.